Is Kodak XTOL the greatest developer of all time? Let's investigate. Introduced by Kodak in 1996, XTOL is one of the most recent developers. XTOL is a solvent developer, and it's well known for its high sharpness and very fine grain. It differs from other developers in that it doesn't include hydroquinone, but vitamin C instead. In combination with the low pH, this also results in negatives that maintain a much better speed, grain, and sharpness relationship than what is possible with traditional developers. For $13.59, you can get a packet of XTOL that makes 5 liters. I would say that's pretty economical. Let's see how XTOL compares to Kodak's other developers. XTOL is second only to T-Max in shadow detail. In the grain category, XTOL is number 1, meaning of all the developers, XTOL exhibits the finest grain. And in sharpness, XTOL is the best. With the closest behind that, looks like D76 once again. With XTOL being the most recent developer released, it makes sense that it stands out above the rest because it's the latest advancement in their developer research. Personally, I'm a huge fan of XTOL. I think it's especially beneficial if you're shooting 35mm, but I think it works well for all formats, medium and large format. It has these characteristics that lend for a really beautiful image. I think overall the contrast is pretty normal, but the silkiness with the grain and the sharpness all bring out these excellent details in your images. If you're somebody that likes to shoot portraits, I think XTOL is an especially good choice because it still maintains that analog look, but you can really make out all those minor small details in someone's face, and all those features just really shine through. XTOL is often recommended for T-grain films as it works extremely well with those, but even with traditional grain films like Tri-X, it still works exceptionally well. This is Tri-X 400, a 400 speed film, and in those out of focus areas in the background, you can see that there's some graininess, but it still maintains a very smooth quality. With its affordability, long shelf life, and excellent characteristics, I think XTOL makes a strong case for being one of the greatest developers of all time. I think one of the few flaws, if any, is that you have to mix XTOL all at once, and once it's mixed, it has about 6 months of shelf life if it's stored properly. I would say that's a pretty minor flaw though. If you've never used XTOL before, I highly recommend it. It's one of those developers that is a great all-purpose developer, but it also has specialty uses. It's great for pushing and pulling, and you can even dilute it to get other characteristics. The more XTOL is diluted, it acts as a non-solvent developer, and you get increased sharpness, but with also increased grain. What are your guys' thoughts on XTOL? Have you ever used it before? And if not, would you ever give it a try? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time on The Negative.